Ernie Davis was born on December 14, 1939 in New Salem, Pennsylvania. Davis's father was killed in a car accident right before he was born. Ernie lived with his grandparents until his mom got remarried, so he came back to live with her in Elmira, New York. This is where Davis's football career started, playing small fry football in New York. Ernie Davis had an amazing high school career, playing 3 sports, including basketball, baseball, and football. But in football, he excelled the most. In 1957, during his senior year, he earned all-conference for the 3rd straight year. In the 13 games he played halfback, he carried the ball 179 times for 1,314 yards, averaging 7.4 yards per carry, and he scored a school record 138 career points on 21 touchdowns and 12 place kicks. A high school All-American in football and basketball, he won 11 letters at Elmira Free Academy. After graduation, more than 30 colleges and universities, including football superpowers, the University of Michigan and Notre Dame, actively sought to add Davis to their football programs. He was also heavily recruited by Syracuse University, another football powerhouse, who sent Jim Brown, their All-American running back and one of the team's first African-American players, to convince Davis. Based upon Brown's influence and the close proximity to home, Davis chose Syracuse. During Davis's freshman year in 1958, he had a slow start with only just over 100 rushing yards, but the team went undefeated. During his sophomore year, Ernie rushed for 686 yards and led Syracuse to an 11-0 record. During this year of play, he individually outscored opponents 80-73. That same year, Syracuse played University of Texas in the Cotton Bowl. Ernie Davis ran for an 87-yard touchdown, which set a Cotton Bowl record. Davis only improved into his junior year, where he rushed 877 yards and was named an All-American. During Davis's senior year, he again was named an All-American. Over his college career, he broke numerous records previously set by Brown, including 2,386 yards rushing, 6.6 yards per carry, 35 touchdowns, and 220 points. At the end of the season, he edged out Ohio State halfback Bob Ferguson by 53 votes to become the first African-American player to be awarded the Heisman Trophy, college football's highest honor.
Ernie Davis of Syracuse, the fleet Syracuse halfback, is voted the Heisman Trophy as the outstanding college football player of the year. The 21-year-old whiz kid is as hard to stop as a 10-ton truck. Watch that number 44. Over for the touchdown, the kind of playing that sparked the Syracuse offensive. Ernie hopes to play 8 or 10 years of professional football and then pursue a business career.
Davis graduated from college with a bachelor's degree in economics in 1962. The Buffalo Bills of the fledgling American Football League reportedly offered Davis a 3-year contract, but Davis wanted to play in the NFL, so he turned down the offer. The Washington Redskins took Davis as the overall number 1 pick, and then traded him to the Cleveland Browns for the Browns' running back Bobby Mitchell and their number 1 pick. Cleveland gave Davis a 3-year contract worth $200,000. People first noticed a change in Davis during the coach's All-Star game on 1962. He looked very tired and sluggish, but he just said it was because of the scorching heat on the field. After the game, though, he continued to complain about fatigue and stated that his gums were bleeding. On July 28, 1962, he had felt swelling in his neck and went to Evanstown Hospital. The doctors at first thought he had mumps or mononucleosis. After the tests, it was confirmed that Davis actually had acute monocytic leukemia. The doctors, instead of breaking the news to Davis, first they decided to call Modell and broke the news to the team's owner. The results said that Davis had less than a year to live. He went under a round of chemotherapy and spent 2 months being in and out of hospital. His leukemia went into remission on October 4, 1962. When asked about his disease on the Saturday Evening Post, Davis replied with, "Some people say that I am unlucky. I don't believe it, and I don't want to sound as if I'm particularly brave or unusual. Sometimes I still get down, and sometimes I feel sorry for myself. Nobody is just one thing all the time. But when I look back, I can't call myself unlucky. My 23rd birthday was December 14th. In these years, I have had more than most people get in a lifetime. Shortly after that article was posted, Davis was a regular in and out of the hospital. On Saturday, May 18, 1963, he fell into a coma at 2 a.m. and coughed once and died. Davis was remembered in the College Football Hall of Fame in 1979. The Browns retired Davis's number 45, even though he had never played an NFL game. According to ESPN, Jim Brown said of his friend, "The way he carried himself, the way he did not drown in his own tears, the way that he did not hang on his sickness, the way that he functioned as a human being under all of those conditions was tremendous courage."